What's up, Capricorn? Welcome back, or welcome to Karma Light Readings. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Capricorn, if at any time you resonate with this reading, please go ahead and hit the like button. Again, client readings are open. You can check out the link in the description box below to my Etsy. We're going to be doing a quick check-in here. 4 cards, taking a look at the past of a situation, the present energy of the situation, the steps of action the Spirit is asking you to take, as well as the probable outcome if you take those steps of action. I will be clarifying them. And then again, if you want a more in-depth, personalized reading, go ahead and check out my Etsy. All right, Capricorn, let's see what we have going on today. What is the energy for Capricorn, please? You have the High Priestess for the past energy. High Priestess. You have the 4 of Pentacles for the current energy of this situation. Steps of action is Temperance. Okay, we have Pisces and Sagittarius energy on the table. And the Ace of Cups in reverse. Wow. Ace of Cups in reverse for the outcome. On the bottom is the 10 of Wands. Recent past, your intuition was going off, okay? You were tapping into something. I do think that you're very intuitive. You may have questioned it though, right? The struggle sometimes with being intuitive is we see and hear things and feel things that we don't want to know. And things that might hurt us and things that upset us. And it looks as though like that is what was happening in this particular situation. You were feeling it, but you were refusing to look at it. That's a very interesting energy. Tell me about this High Priestess energy. Mysterious, secretive energy. What was this energy for Capricorn in the recent past, please? 7 of Pentacles. You were just waiting. I think you wanted to wait and see how it played out. Knight of Wands to the 4 of Wands. That's conflicting energy right there. Somebody, you may have felt like this person kind of, fell into your plans, but they don't look like they're as committed, and it is causing some type of confusion and confliction. This gives me the 5 of Wands. There's some type of outside competition that's taking place here. But again, you were very patient. Even though you sensed it, you were waiting for some type of physical proof. So you just kept doing what you needed to do. And you were waiting for it to kind of, unfortunately, blossom or show in front of you. Current energy, though, is a refusal to let go. Okay, that's going to hold you back. There's a lot of connections here, like everything is intertwined and connected, and that's why there's this struggle with releasing a situation, right? The Ace of Cups in reverse. This is definitely something where Spirit is like, if you do what we're telling you to do, which is to actually be patient and heal and work within yourself, you're going to end up realizing that this is not the abundant, loving situation that you thought it was, and it is something that needs to kind of come to an end. Tell me about this 4 of Pentacles, please. What is this 4 of Pentacles for the current energy of a situation? It's almost like you're trying to connect all the dots. Yeah, the 9 of Cups. This situation is too tied up in your thought process of what brings you happiness. And that's why Temperance is here. Yeah, because you're not actually happy. Here's the 5 of Wands. I told you it was there. There's a lot of conflict between you and this person. Your visions are completely different. 5 of Wands, Son of Wands, again to the 4 of Wands, again. This is the 9 of Wands, which is right here. You're exhausted. You can't change somebody just because you want them to be there. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's what you're trying to do, but it does look like you're really holding on to your own energy of what you think would be fulfilling and how you think this should go. That's why you're tied up so much emotionally and unable to let go. But what's interesting is with the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, if I tie up all of those pentacles to each cup, how many cups do we have left over? The 5. And the 5 of Cups is deep sadness, regret, and remorse. Because something isn't fulfilling. And like I told you before, you feel and sense something, but you're refusing to look at it. How do I know that? Because this High Priestess isn't even looking at her crystal ball. It's here at the center of her heart. She knows what's going on, but she's not ready to admit it. And I you know, sometimes doing these readings are hard because I've got to speak the hard truth and I've got to speak what Spirit is showing me. And this reading is either for you or not, but there's a lot of conflicting mental anguish, physical anguish, exhaustion, going back and forth with a particular person who, unfortunately, it's like an emotional attachment. And the moment you get emotionally attached to someone, we've got a problem. They're not actually fulfilling you at all. That's why there's a lot of other competition, a lot of other energy that is interfering with this situation. Spirit's urging you to take action with the Temperance card. This is going to be a long journey. It's about alchemizing this energy and learning from this situation and transforming this situation. What is Temperance? What is the action with Temperance? You could be on the cusp of Sagittarius. Yeah, 10 of Cups to the Hanged Man. I can't make this up. To the 7 of Wands, Capricorn. I mean 10 of Pentacles to the 7 of Wands. The Hanged Man, like, are you serious though? They're like, put this on pause. You have to sacrifice this. Yes, we know it feels like everything is upside down, but you've been fighting for everything but yourself. You've been fighting for something that isn't actually bringing you happiness, that keeps bringing you bouts of emptiness and unfulfillment. Temperance to the 10 of Pentacles. They're asking you to invest in the journey of healing and transformation. Invest in self. Be a strong focus on family. But I feel like you keep sacrificing your own happiness and fulfillment for what you think is going to fulfill you and make you happy. Nothing in the outside world is going to fulfill you except for working on yourself. Then will you be a magnet to the type of energy and connections that you're looking for. Can you give me one more on Temperance and the 10 of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn? There's a healing that needs to take place within either like a work arrangement or a family arrangement. Temperance, 10 of Pentacles, yeah, 3 of Cups. Something is so burdensome. Find your joy. 10 of Wands, the Hanged Man to the 7 of Wands. How long are you going to fight for something before you recognize it's not worth fighting for anymore? The amount of stress and burden that has been placed on you having to deal with this situation is unreal. It was a karmic situation. Wheel of Fortune to Justice. What is this Ace of Cups in reverse for Capricorn? You can be mad at the message all you want, but I'm just reading the cards. Ace of Cups to Death. I think that something has ran its course, Capricorn. And it's literally, look at the bird on here. It's draining you, draining all of your resources, feeling so disconnected from the Most High, so disconnected from abundance and happiness. But death always brings in a new beginning. And that's interesting because it's Scorpio Sagittarius. Like, to get to Temperance, you've got to go through death. Here it is again, this Page of Wands, non-committal. Page of Wands is a player card all around the board. This was in the Sagittarius energy. Okay? Non-committed, doesn't want to commit, wants to live in their own rules. King of Pentacles, you know. They may have presented themselves another way, but deep down, this person does not want to be, in one place. Ace of Cups in reverse to the Death card, please. Closing messages for Capricorn. I'm so sorry, Capricorn. I've been there. Yeah, the Fool. I told you. It's time. You've got to let go of this baggage to allow yourself to have a new beginning and a new opportunity. That is what this is all about. It's an Empress right here. The Empress taking back control. The Empress, the Hierophant, Judgment, the Emperor, Ace of Pentacles. You can't get to your wish fulfillment and your dreams because you're still connected, Four of Pentacles, to this energy, emotionally connected, and it's bringing you sadness and heartache. Justice again. The karma is you letting it go and not looking back. The karma is you letting go and not looking back to bring in, because look at the difference in the birds. Look at Death and look, brand new baby bird, fluffy. Which one do you want to be? Which one do you want to look like? Because you're depleted here. And you deserve so much more, Capricorn. So much more. This is your one and only life. That's how I think all the time. When people do me wrong, it makes me sad for them because this is your one life. And that's what you're choosing to do, is be miserable? Is to be horrible to me? Is to try to set, no, disconnect. I cannot waste my time and my journey to be connected to somebody who has no intentions of connecting at the same level. Set yourself free, Cap. All right? I send you much love. If you want to go more in detail about your personal situation, check out the link in my description box below. Bye.